Hello and welcome back to round 3, back 9 of the 2024 Las Vegas Challenge. I'm Emily Dale, joined by Nathan Johnson.
What's up, disc golf fans? I think that's usually the other guys that do Gatekeeper's catchphrase. Anyway, yeah, this is some good stuff. I'm loving this coverage. We're in beautiful, sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, and we've got some hot rounds shooting up the leaderboard. Lykke Lorentzon and Sofia Donnecke are in an absolute battle through 2.5 rounds of this tournament.
Yeah, they've been battling it out since the beginning, and it's been tight all the way through. A lot of great golf out there. Some warm sun, some desert winds, making for some really fun golf to watch. All right, as we jump back into it, hole 10, we have a 330-foot par 3. Once again, we see the foliage that can be a little bit grabby for players, but hopefully just heading above it and skipping up into the green. This is a fairly blind shot for the players off the tee.
Yeah, those trees and bushes and whatever you want to call them are all short enough that players can kind of just go over top of them, scoot something up in there, and kind of just like that.
Do that.
Yeah, do that. Why do we even need to do? Just you guys, just watch Sofia throw. She's playing this course like perfectly.
She is the whole breakdown.
Yeah, exactly. Saw some putting woes from Maria on the front nine, but started to figure it out down the stretch. So let's see if she can keep that momentum moving in the right direction. Needs this to get back to edge. Kind of does. Gets a little bit of a scoot. A scuttle, if you will.
There you go. You're learning.
Trying to keep up with what the kids are saying these days, you know. It's not easy. Being an old man. This looks a little early from Catrina, but gets a straight-ish skip. Gonna find herself in circle 2.
Similar shot to round 1 for her. Likely see a soft bid there.
Solid front nine from Lorentzen. Just a couple hiccups here and there. This is a nice way to start her back nine. Checking up just inside the circle. There's that floaty bid you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
It was on a good line, just came up a bit short.
Looks like we have a layup there from Maria. Just wanting to take her par and get out of there.
Great birdie from Lorentzen. Spins it in from circle's edge.
Yeah, these two don't know anything about soft bids or layups.
Yeah, just full commitment on all these putts. Plenty of birdie chances and some eagle chances too. Another couple of birdies and they're going to continue to separate themselves from the field.
Getting into hole 10, our bunkers are back. 308-foot par 3. This is where we have that bunker right in front of that green there. Curious to see how players are going to attack this on the last day here at the Infinite course.
Yeah, we pretty much saw everyone lay up in round 1 and then struggle with their upshots. So we'll see if folks get a little more aggressive here. I like this line. Plenty of space outright. Just go around that bunker. This makes that pitch up a lot easier. She can kind of just spin it up into the side of the hill. Should be a pretty easy par. Similar looking line, but just dries up a bit short. Gonna find the hazard, unfortunately, for Lorentzen.
This is looking a little bit wide, but like we saw in round 1, safe.
Yeah, it's got some good ground play too. So again, these are also death putts, right? These like 40-foot uphill bids with the hazard right behind that these players have from over there on the right. So pretty much just layups, I would expect, but important to put the tee shot in this landing zone to give yourself that stress-free par on this hole.
Yep, and like you said, just laying it up, trying to get out of here. Not messing with any of those hazard areas.
Oh, Cad deciding to give it a bit of a safe run, but you can't really. You just can't hit metal on these greens. It's insta roll away. That honestly wasn't too bad of a result. Probably still checks up around 15, 20 feet or so, but just a dangerous game to play on these baskets.
You could almost see the consideration there from Maria as she decided to lay that one up. It's hard to lay up when you're inside the circle like that, but I think a smart play.
Yeah, especially with this like head crosswind that she's dealing with. Like, yeah, I don't blame her for not wanting any part of that one. But Lykke kind of
smart golf,
kind of forced to run this one, about a 20-footer, trying to save the par. Some tricky footing too in the sand.
Yeah, we see the wind picking back up again on this open course, similar to what we saw in round one, but no problem there for Lorentzen.
Yeah, that's an important putt to not lose a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a good save from Catrina as well. So par frame here on 11 is a very good result for our card. This hole was the second hardest on the course and only saw one birdie from Carolina Halstead. Nice pickup.
Shout out to Carolina Reaper. Heading into hole 12. This is a shorter hole, but a lot of OB. 247 feet, par 3. We saw this kind of trip Sofia up round 1. We'll see if she can make the adjustment for this round 3.
Yeah, it gives it a little more height as to clear that OB. Nice little skip up into the green. That's pretty much exactly how you want to play this one.
Great adjustment.
Very similar looking shot for Lorentzen. Gonna have a short birdie putt for her coming up. Buttery.
Great shots here from our lead card.
Yeah, making this hole look easy. See if Catrina can make it 4 for 4 inside the circle. I think that is, but she's going to have some limbs and branches to contend with.
Yeah, you see she has to lean out a little bit just to get a look at it. Oh, look good. Fortunately, leaks out.
Yeah, just a bit low. So we're going to see 3 birdies, I would think, as these ladies tap in. We got to give a shout out. We've got ace number 2 on the round. Michelle Sagboy rings up the 1 on hole 12.
Wow. We saw Michelle in round 2, absolutely crushing it out there. What a great ace. Congratulations. All right, heading over into hole 13, we have a 387-foot par 3. We do have the golf cart path that is playing safe for this hole though, so not a lot to worry about, just trying to get up and get around those trees up there.
Yeah, just need to hold, well, I was going to say hold something straight and push it up into the green, but Sofia opting for the wide route. Doesn't quite get it to swing back in time, but actually goes deep past the basket. So just going to have a, most likely just a pitch up coming back for her par.
Yeah, that was a little bit pulled from her, but still puts her in a decent position for par. This is what you expect to see, something more direct at it, but likely going to get some ground play and skip off to the left-hand side for Lorentzen.
Yeah, similar result for her, just on the opposite side of the basket. Let's see if Maria can split the difference here. This is looking good if it beats the branches. And it does.
Looking great.
Is this too much turn, or does it have the finish for Allen?
So she stays on that cart path, but like we said, that does play safe for this hole. So just outside circle look for her.
Yeah, probably about a 40-footer. So actually does have an open look for Donnecke here, probably about 50, 60 feet. Gives it a little bit of a scare, but
great check up there with the hard pan like this. Things can skip away, but thankfully she settles close.
Wow, great run from 50 or so from Lykke, but just off the band.
Good bid there from Catrina as well. Finally getting to Maria's great drive.
Yeah, for a stroke on the card. Taps that one in, and a stroke on almost the entire field. Chelsea Howell's the only other player to pick up the birdie here on hole 13. Playing at 3.1.
Congratulations.
Par, a pretty common result for our card in the field.
Absolutely. As we head over into hole 14, we have a 258-foot par 3. Once again, we have a green guarded by a couple of bunkers and an OB golf green over on that right-hand side of the fairway.
Yeah, another hole. Got to make a decision how you want to attack this one. This seems like the aggressive play for Maria, or maybe just trying to kind of go around the outside. Either way, it lands safe. Going to have a circle's edge putt for the birdie.
Yep, absolutely. All of the circle's edge putts here are pretty terrifying, though, especially when you're on that backside facing those hazard areas. And this, whew.
Scaring the basket.
Yes, great shot there. And that area she landed in is safe.
Yeah, I think I said it on at least one hole on the front. Oh, as Lorentzen literally splits the two bunkers down that 2 foot wide strip of grass. But yeah, I was going to say the play on a lot of these holes, I think, is just to ace run it, right? Like there's not usually too much danger behind the baskets on these holes. So you might as well just disc up, try to make it. And then, if you go 30 long, you have a par putt, as opposed to this Catrina coming up 30 short. And now she has, or I should say a 30-foot birdie putt, as opposed to Catrina, who has to have, make this 30-footer now for par.
Absolutely. And also shout out to Catrina for being out there in this desert heat at 28 or 29 weeks pregnant out there. That's got to be brutal.
Yeah, 4-round tournament too. Like, gosh, I can't imagine. But she's dedicated to this sport. She's dedicated her whole life to this sport. So not going to slow down.
Still on lead card.
Yeah, exactly. Not slowing down anytime soon. Oh, just a bit short there on that par save.
Running in just to tap it in. Get out of there.
Yep.
We'll have an interesting little battle putt here for Lorentzen and Donnecke from this rocky area, awkward footing.
Yeah, just got to find a nice flat spot to set your feet. About a 20-footer or so.
Cans it. I'm not sure if she feels any fear.
I haven't seen it yet, at least. We'll see. We'll see if, assuming she stays on our lead card for round 4, we'll see how she handles the pressure at a stage like this. But yeah, so far I have been thoroughly impressed.
And a great match there from Lorentzen as well.
Yep. Staying close.
Heading over into hole 15, we have a short little 274-foot par 3. We'll see a lot of players just trying to take that hyzer approach around this tree here and scuttle up into that green.
Yep, plenty of room outright, so just got to make sure you give it the right amount of width with an.
Yep, the only really mistakes here are pushing long or pushing to that left-hand side where we have some OB. But great shot there.
Yep, pretty much exactly how you'd like to draw it up. This is a little inside. We'll see. Ground play not too terrible. Scoots past those bushes short of the basket, so we'll have an open putt from probably around
absolutely
38 feet or so.
Those bushes and trees can definitely give some awkward putts, so glad to see her get over into a open area. This is a little bit low out the hand. We'll see if she can get some ground play.
Got a little bit, but
yeah, unfortunately, not what she was looking for there. This is looking a little bit wide here from Catrina. Kind of similar to the previous shot that we saw, just doesn't get as much ground play as she might have liked. She'll have a long, soft bid here.
She is great at these little nose-up spinners from that 60 to, 70-foot range, but just lays that one up.
Yeah, this is actually a little bit closer than I thought off the original footage. She'll have a decent open look at this.
Just a bit high.
Fortunately.
Wow, how many of those circle's edge 36-footers have we seen make this weekend? It is
100.
It feels like it. It really feels like it.
Some really great putting out there, and once again matched by Sofia. This is some super exciting golf that we're seeing out here at the FPO rounds for this Las Vegas challenge.
Yeah.
A little bit high, but she sticks there for Maria. And we'll see a tap in here for Catrina. Heading into hole 16, we have our par 5, 633 feet. So definitely some eagle opportunities here. We have some OB, hazard areas, golf greens, and on the right and left hand side of the fairway, but definitely something that these players can get hungry for.
Yeah, I like the turnover off the tee here that looks like Sofia's lining up. If you put yourself on the right-hand side of this fairway, it opens up that big hyzer over the golf green into the disc golf green nicely. If you go straight off the tee, like this is a great shot as well for Lykke, but or no, maybe not. Sit down. Oh, I spoke too soon. Just a little too much ground play.
But that's exactly what you're talking about, where anything pushing straight or a little bit left just risks that OB there on that left-hand side.
Yeah, and also it makes the shot into the green difficult as well because you have to throw more of a straight shot and hit a gap as opposed to the wide hyzer.
Our card just wreaking havoc on this flock of birds as we see a good pull here from Catrina as well.
Yeah, this is what you're looking for. Nice turnover, gets a very full flight out of it, and yeah, should put her in position to attack for the eagle if she chooses to do so. Oh yeah, goes deep.
Let's go. I was gonna say, did she just go long on her eagle look?
Yeah, deep of the basket into. After going out of bounds, Lorentzen can still save, quote unquote, save a birdie here. Comes out a bit low, dries up in that 45-foot range, but she's been pretty good from circle 2 so far this weekend, so don't count her out just yet.
Another good pull here from Catrina. Unfortunately, getting some awkward ground play and rolling away close to where we see Sofia up there.
Yeah, also going to be right around circle's edge long. And yeah, great drive from Oliva. Just has like a little mid-range into the green.
Great execution.
Yeah, so this is for birdie. Just chooses to lay it up.
Interesting. She was not feeling that one.
Yeah, so a chance to take 2 strokes, but doesn't quite connect. And Catrina's effort at the eagle as well comes up a bit short.
Thankfully, both of them are checking up, though. But not Maria. Great putt there. Great hole.
Yeah, we saw 2 eagles on hole 16 today. Lisa Fakis able to grab the other one.
And still grabbing a really good birdie there for Sofia. And grabbing some strokes.
Yeah, birdie is still a birdie, so nothing wrong with that, even though 16 did play as the easiest hole on the course at a 4.05 average.
Hole 17, we have a 333-foot par 3. Once again, there's not a lot of OB to really consider. We do have that cart path there on the left-hand side of the fairway, but players are really just trying to pitch a hyzer up, get some good ground play up into the green.
This looks like a nice line from Maria. We'll see if the ground play cooperates. Doesn't get too much there, kind of checks up on the hillside, but good shot.
Still a great shot. Sofia took a little bit of a higher approach here and didn't get as much ground play as expected. Should be about the same positioning there as Olivia.
This is looking nice with that lower line. It should get a nice, I was going to say, should get a good scoot, but looks like it might have caught some shrubbery.
Yeah, the bushes out here are just grabby. And unfortunately, we see a little bit of a misfire there. She'll have to navigate this up and down.
Or throw it in. Ooh.
Or maybe a bid.
Oh no, but she's going to be punished. Finds the OB cart path behind the basket.
That's unfortunate. A bid there from Donnecke. Comes up short.
Tailwind putt, I think. Catrina's got the green light here from circle 2. She knocks it down.
Cans it.
I've seen her make a couple of those little baby jumpers that she has from shallow circle 2. Great style of a putt for a tailwind like she had there. Just aim at the band knowing it's going to drop on in.
Oliva just here cleaning up. Great putt.
Yeah, I mean, Maria's put together a really solid round for that slow start she had, especially on the putting green, to be, well under par now and still giving herself a chance to stay on the lead card for the final round is impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice bounce back. We might have had just some early jitters being on camera, but really good recovery and seeing a really good round put together. Rounding out the back 9 of round 3, we have hole 18, 300-foot par 3. But we saw this really trip up a lot of our players here on the first round.
Yeah, our players kind of played this hole, I think, a little too safe in the first round, tried to play a wide hyzer and then got stuck behind some of these big bushes, which can be a problem if you're inside of them. So we'll see if there's any adjustments made. I don't know what Maria's lie is going to look like over there.
She definitely took a different route than we saw in the past. The route Catrina's taking is what we have been seeing from a lot of our players, just trying to take that hyzer play, and it looks like she's getting the green flag.
Yeah, should be inbounds. We'll see how she navigates it. Yeah, they're all still opting. Well, Maria tried to go a little more straight at it, but everyone else opting for that wide spike hyzer. Good result, though, for Sofia. Kind of finds the backside.
A little bit long there from Sofia, yeah. But even where she is completely fine. It's a little bit long on that island, but fairly unobstructed. And unfortunately, we see Lorentzen getting into a spot where she was similarly in round 1.
Yeah, and not an easy up and down from there. I mean, she's going to have to, make it work around these bushes as we see.
I don't even know what to call them.
Yeah, I don't know either. They're weird little bushy
Whatever they are,
things.
They like to make some awkward lies. As you see her trying to finagle something, gives her at least somewhat of a look for saving a par.
Yeah, low ceiling for Donnecke, just going to pitch that one up, so as great par save. Yeah, as Lorentzen knocks that one down, we're going to see a par frame for our card here on the 18th. Just one birdie in the field. Yomira Valenzuela picking it up, getting a stroke on everybody else.
Nice bird. Some really exciting golf out here, and a lot more to come. We've seen some pushes from our chase card and other players out here on the course, and people out here shredding. Sofia has continued to put on a clinic as well.
Yeah, I mean, an 11 under round is just crazy to see. She's built herself a 4-stroke lead here going into the final round. We'll see if she can hold on.
Yep, we'll see Lisa come back and join us for the final round. Make sure to join us, and we'll see you on the final round tomorrow on Mother's Day Sunday.